my name is Leah McHenry and I'm the founder of Mythologie Candles. And I thought I'd talk to you today a little bit about behind the scenes of what it's been like building this startup company in the year 2020 and 2021 now and beyond, and some of the hurdles we've had to overcome and the ways we've done that. I also thought I'd show you a little bit of a comparison between our old vessels, our new vessels, and what's the deal with them and why did we choose what we did. So I'm excited to show you. So first of all, the way Mythologie Candles started is, you might know or not know that I'm also a singer-songwriter. I go by the name Leah, that's my name, but Leah in all caps, L-E-A-H. You'll find my music on Spotify, Amazon, anywhere you get music, my website. My background is Celtic metal. So it's like Celtic and fantasy inspired heavy metal, just infused together world music and that kind of stuff. And I absolutely love anything to do with Celtic history, medieval history, fantasy. I just love the amalgamation of all that. So you'll find a lot of that in my music as well. And so Mythologie Candles actually started out as me making candles for an album launch. And the album launch was Ancient Winter. And I wanted to create a multi-sensory experience. The whole idea was that you would listen to the music and light the candles and experience the scene, not just listen to the music. You'd be, in the world if you close your eyes and you're just there. It started in my kitchen. I had my kids helping me, my husband was helping me, and we were just like pouring candles and testing out all these different kinds of wax and wicks and vessels, and we were just really testing everything out and seeing what would work. And that's when I discovered my love for candle making and really product development and scent development, and then morphed into scent experience. And I was like, wow, I feel like this is something really special. I think there's something unique here, and I think that this could possibly stand on its own aside from my music. So as the months went on, I started developing more scents, and we actually ended up launching Mythologie Candles in March of 2020. And I have a background in marketing and a little bit of business as well. So, I wasn't a complete newbie when it came to building an online audience, building a business from scratch. So that I had done a few times before. So that came in really handy when I went to launch this. So when we launched in March of 2020, we already had some excited people out of the gate, ready to experience these candles. But at the same time, that was the same month that the pandemic really hit businesses across the world. And the crazy thing was that immediately out of the gate, we were faced with issues related to supply chain. And so this whole time we've been in this pre-order model, and it's been difficult to get out of that pre-order model only because of the supply chain issues. Just to give you a little picture of what I mean by that, when the pandemic hit, most factories that create glass and wax and wicks and all the different ingredients we need for candles, they were reduced to a fraction of their employee capacity. So maybe if they normally have 50 people working there, there's only 5 people or 10 people working there. And that trickled through the entire industry. And what that did was really slow down our ability to get product. And soon it created kind of like giant bottlenecks across the industries, and not just in the candle industry. It's just like across the board. You probably experienced that. And then people panic and they buy more than they need because they're worried they won't be able to get it again, and then that makes it harder for small businesses to get those supplies as well. So I mean, this was our first time in a handmade business also experiencing at the same time supply chain craziness and trying to keep our customers happy out of the gate. It was a lot at once. And so it felt like we had our foot on the gas pedal and the brakes at the same time. I mean, I think we were just doing donuts and like smoking everywhere, because that is how it felt. It was really crazy. So that was the beginning of our story. But through 2020, our customers were so amazing, so supportive, and we have had a blast building this business and helping people just experience something fun, taking them to another world. My favorite thing is when our customers call our candles a portal in a glass. I love that, and because that's exactly what it is we're trying to do. Some people don't know this, but our actual mission statement is that we exist to bring happiness to fantasy nerds. That is our actual business mission statement. So that's exactly what we intend to do, and I'm so happy that people describe our candles that way. I thought it would be fun to also show you the different vessels that we've had, what we currently offer now, and why we've chosen them, and also just show you a little bit of the differences. So here I have the first vessel we were working with, and it's a beautiful vessel. So this is a 10-ounce amber glass, and this was with our wood wick. I've been burning this one, bearded tree. And this is one of those vessels that quickly became an issue with supply when we were doing the volumes that we started doing, because actually just in our very first year, we're in our 15th month of business right now, and in our very first year, we ended up with tens of thousands of customers. And many of our customers don't just order the once, they order multiple times. So trying to get a hold of these vessels right here became quite the issue for us. And so we had decided, you know what, we're gonna pivot. Not only are we gonna pivot and try to find something that's a little more readily available, but we also wanna make our vessels even more special. A lot of suppliers, there's similar businesses that also get their supplies from the same supplier. So I feel strongly about building a brand that's very unique, very different. We've had people trying to knock us off and using, you know, this similar looking vessels, similar looking labels. And hey, I understand it, right? Everybody wants a piece of the pie, but we decided we really want to be as special as possible. So we started moving to a custom vessel, and here's the look of our custom deluxe vessels. This is what we are now calling it, a deluxe vessel. So here's the top lid. You can see it is a laser engraved etched M for mythology. They are a deep reddish amber. And the thing about these lids, this is cool, they are very thick. So they're thick and kind of tall, and they're wooden, and they sink right into the top of this vessel. So that is our deluxe vessel, and it has a wooden wick also. Oh my gosh, they're so good. So that is our deluxe vessel. Due to all the supply chain craziness, these also became difficult for us to get, and suddenly we were out of stock and had no way to make candles. So we thought, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Like, we make candles, we can't be out of candles. So we've done a few things. One is, and this is my favorite solution, we're gonna be introducing some other product categories, such as merchandise, such as roll-on fragrance oils and things like that, which those are in the works right now. And the other thing is, we're like, we need a vessel that is readily available, that is not so hard to come by. So here's what we came up with. So this is our regular vessel. This is gonna become a permanent part of what we offer. So we're gonna have a regular version and a deluxe version. So let me show you. All right, so this is now our regular vessel. It's also in a beautiful amber jar with a black matte lid. And when I take this off, oh my gosh, it's so good. It is a cotton wick. So I was burning this one. And actually I was using this for photos. So it's a cotton wick, lead-free of course, with our same wax, our coconut blend wax, which we always use. I try to use as little soy as possible. I personally get headaches from it. I try to mostly avoid soy. So it's our coconut blend wax in both. Now let me show you the difference between them. So again, regular is in these twist-on jars with the cotton wick, and I should say this is 8 ounces of wax. Okay, so 8 ounces of wax. And this is also 8 ounces of wax. Now, here's the thing. They look like one is so much bigger than the other in a way. If I hold them up like this, it looks like one is significantly bigger than the other, but they both hold 8 ounces of wax. And the difference between them is this glass is taller because the lid is tall and it sinks inside of the vessel. So you can see how far down it goes. So when I had first lit this, you know, the wax is up a little higher. I burned probably 1/3 of an inch of wax out of here already. And so you can see side by side, they're actually both 8 ounces, but one is in our really special custom vessel with our wooden wick and our wooden lid. And this one is with a cotton wick and with a twist on matte black lid. I love them both. And I have been burning these regular vessels like crazy in my house. Like I have a ton around my house all the time because I do photos and I'm always testing new scents and fragrances all the time. I love burning these. It's a nice break because here's the thing, wooden wicks, there's something so ambient about it. Like there's this crackle. It's very, very nice to listen to. But the wooden wicks are also a bit finicky, right? Because you're dealing with natural wood. Natural wood means that even though we buy our wicks from the same supplier every time, there's always going to be small variances in natural wood. It's a natural product, therefore sometimes they don't always work. And occasionally we might have to send a customer a new wick and we show them how to do it. You can actually pull it out and put a new one in if you get a dud. But that's the nature of wooden wicks. Now a lot of people love that, right? And they use a special wick trimmer to trim the wick down. See, this one is actually, I would give this one a really good trim. I don't know if you can see that. I would give this a really good trim. I would trim it so that all of the black is removed. All of that burnt wood is removed. I would not leave that. I find that if you leave any part of the black on the wick, that it will, that's when you'll see the smoking and such, or too big of a flame. So I like to remove all of it, and I'll use nail clippers or one of those wick trimmers you can get off of Amazon. And that's another thing we want to offer you guys as well, is candle care kits. So be on the lookout for that. Not everybody wants to, you know, babysit a wooden wick, which I don't mind it, but not everybody does. So now we have this option. Now the great thing about having this for our business is that, and for you and anybody watching, anybody who likes our candles, is that these vessels are easy to come by. They're readily available. Very unlikely that we won't be able to find a supplier for these because they're actually a very standard size jar. And you know, these lids are very standard as well. That is the outstanding news, is that we are likely to not run out of these anytime soon. And I love that we're gonna be able to offer that to you guys indefinitely. Oh, there's one extra thing I wanted to show you. These are also something we had in stock as well. This one doesn't have a label on it, but we also carried the black 10 ounce. And because the lids were flat, we were able to actually put a full 10 ounces of wax in it. So these ones again are 8, these are 8, and these are really gonna be the core of what we offer from now on. We also offer wax melts for certain fragrances. But yeah, that is the main thing I wanted to share today, was just the ways we've had to pivot as a small business to keep up with demand. It's a good problem to have, of course. And yeah, we're just always thinking about what's the next thing that we can offer you guys to keep bringing you magic. And I mean, my house smells good all the time. Let me tell you, it smells awesome in here. So I hope you've enjoyed this kind of behind the scenes of just what it's like running a small business in these crazy times and just having to be creative and think outside the box. And that's actually part of our company values. We have 3 values. This is like on the internal side of the company, which is fun, creativity, and excellence. Fun speaks to the products themselves and bringing fun in our place of business, having a positive attitude, fun in the products with everything we do with our customers has to be fun. Our work environment has to be fun. Creativity speaks to problem solving and thinking outside of the box and finding new vessels at the last minute when we can't get our old vessels, and even just the fragrance notes. Like everything has to embody those things. Fun, creativity, and then excellence is our standard. It is our standard of excellence, the quality. And let me tell you, our elves that work making you these candles, they inspect every little detail on these to make sure they are perfect for you. So we are very serious about our standards of excellence, and I think that you won't find that too many other places. So thank you so much for humoring me and listening to this. If you liked this kind of update from me, I would sure love it if you left me a comment or tell me the next thing you'd like to know, because I will definitely do more of these if you guys like it. So make sure you are subscribed to notifications from us as well. All right, that's it today. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.